So One Piece chapter number 1134 has been translated, and what we thought is getting more crazy than that. That is Elbaf, whom we were calling the mysterious arc, has started to start very strongly. And after seeing this panel, I have started getting goosebumps. If you are not coming, then what are you doing? A guy like Shanks, who can be called the brother of Shanks, we can call him the clone of Shanks. That guy is appearing from a magic circle, which is coming straight inside Elbaf. And along with that, a lot of things have also come related to Vagabond. It has also come related to Kuma, that Brother Kuma can be alive again. So yes, this chapter is going to be very interesting. Tie the box of chairs, because I am going to break it down from A to Z. But before that, whatever work is left incomplete for you, that is, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It is increasing, brother. It is fun. And subscribing to the channel is completely free for you. So the beginning of the chapter is with a very strong color spread page on which Franky is made, and he is a very big robot. Here Franky is so big that all the straw hats are traveling on it, and all the straw hats have a gun in their hands. And here on the cover page, Franky has been made because the voice actor of Franky in One Piece, that is Kazuki Yao, has taken retirement. That is, he is not going to do his role anymore. So that's why Oda-sensei made a cover page by attributing him. So that's why we are able to see Franky and all the other Straw Hats on such a big cover page. And also bye-bye to Kazuki Yao. And now let's start our peak chapter, brother. And the chapter starts where the last one ended. That is, after a very strong reunion. Luffy is saying thank you to Saul in Yakuza style here. And the pose he made, brother, this is going viral beyond the limit. Anyway, here Luffy says, "Old man Saul, a long time ago you had an underling of mine, that is Robin, whom you took very good care of. So for that, my gratitude to you, man. What will you remember?" And here Luffy says, "Now here I give my introduction," where Sanji says to him from behind, "Brother, where did you learn this pose from? So tell me this first." And Luffy is about to speak here. Monkey D. Luffy. But in the meantime, Robin interrupts in the middle and says that this is Luffy. And here again, a very lovely conversation between Saul and Robin. So here Saul calls Robin Derishishi. "Okay, this is Luffy. He is very famous, brother. I know him." And he was laughing and saying to Robin that, "Brother, you have finally found your true friend. Finally, you found someone." And here Robin tells Saul that, "Yes, brother, you are absolutely right. Whatever you are saying is absolutely right. I have found that precious friend who can take care of a man like me. And here I got sad, man. There are a lot of people to take care of him, but this time the crew he is in is the best for him." All the Straw Hats are crying and shouting that, "Brother, yes, we will always protect you." Like, give and brother means dirty emotional. And Luffy says, yes, this is an obvious thing. This is not something to say." And here Saul tells all the Straw Hats that, "Brother, I tell you all, thank you very much for bringing Robin here. That means you have come to half." And here Saul tells us that he was acting to be unconscious. For that, he was practicing with his assistant for a long time. And whatever you feel bad about it, Straw Hats. For that, Saul is saying sorry to him. And here Saul also gives him his introduction that, "Brother, I was also in the Marines." So Luffy is an emperor. So he knows how much is the power of the emperor. And that's why Saul himself is saying thank you to the Straw Hats to save Robin here. Like, I saved him, but you also saved him. And Saul also says that keep this thing always. And here our Luffy says, "Don't worry about this thing, brother." And here Lilith also flies in the air, like flying literally, and goes to Saul and says, "I am Saul." Saul says, "Man, sorry, I couldn't recognize you. But why are you flying, brother?" So here Lilith introduces him and says that I am Vagapunk. So here Jinbei is giving Lilith stuff, whatever is kept inside the ship in which he has just come. And here Judd is saying, "Don't worry about you guys. Tell me what to bring, I will bring it, brother. Don't worry about you guys." And here Lilith is going to the box that Jinbei is giving him. But here Jinbei is thinking, "Man, this box was given to us by Vagapunk and the Egghead. I am still thinking what is in this." So here Lilith is answering Jinbei and says that this is me. And here Luffy is mad, Vagapunk's clone, another clone. And here Lilith tells us that this clone, which is in this box of Vagapunk, this is a proper replica. That is, it is just like a satellite. But this is not a satellite. And Lilith is saying that 20 years ago, when Vagapunk's O'Hara came. So Vagapunk O'Hara himself did not go. He had sent this clone in which Lilith's mind, which is in Lilith at this time, was in this clone. So that's why Lilith remembers everything. That brother, that O'Hara had come and had also met Saul. So that's why she also sees that robot and says that this is me. Because if the real Vegapunk had come inside the Elbaf, then the world government would have become suspicious. That brother, Vegapunk, has been missing for so long. So that's why he sent his clone. And whoever was thinking that Lilith will now stay with our Straw Hats. Brother, this thing has been announced here that Lilith will now stay inside the Elbaf. Because Lilith is saying that I have somehow put it in some solution. In fact, she does not have the complete thing to keep it properly. So that's why Lilith is thinking that she will stay here. And by staying here, she will make a laboratory in which she has a lot of plans. And this thing is going to be very amazing, because the concept of Vegapunk, which we thought would end from the world of One Piece, there is no end to it, brother. And making a proper laboratory here means that, brother, now the setup of Vegapunk is going to be strong. So here Boney tells Lilith to do one more thing. Lilith, then do one more thing to fix my father, Kuma. So Lilith says, of course. What is this to say? Kuma's comeback, Vegapunk's comeback, in just one chapter. And here is not a very strong comeback, but someone's entry is going to happen very soon. And Saul is also like, if you are really Vegapunk, then when did you become a woman? Like he was a man. How did you become a woman? And here Saul says that if it was really Vegapunk, then after 20 years, this would also be a strong reunion. So here Lilith says, don't worry, I'll take care of you. So here we see all of them hiding behind the tree, some giant kids who have been stopped from playing, and they are asking for permission from Soul that let us play now. We are done with our reunion, so here Soul says, yes, thank you for the cooperation, play. And here's Soul's assistant, NGS brother. This is the name Age. Say Age, or Age comes here and says, sorry for the late introduction, but he is Soul's assistant. Here Age says, brother, sorry to talk from a very high height, but here you are going to experience very strong things in the Owl Library. And now we have to get ready because there are very mysterious things in the Owl Library. And here Age also tells us that the spring that flows in front of the Owl Library, which we saw flowing in front of the Owl Library, that is the playground of these kids, brother. And because this was going to be a reunion, so Soul had stopped them, brother. Don't do all this when I say, be quiet. Play later Age here tells them that wherever you want to go, tell me, I will guide you, but in the meantime, Luffy and Usopp are going to stop listening to him. Luffy and Usopp are like, let's go, brother. We have reached, brother. They have also been shot, and here Usopp says, so this means that we are now going to take the education of Elbaf, which is the most God-gifted. So here Soul was telling Jared and Age to take them wherever they want to go. I am taking Robin to the library so that I can show him all the books, and here we can see a lot of kids playing, where we find out that there's a school here where the kids of Elbaf study. And here this school was opened 20 years ago at the request of King, that is Harold, who is said to have been killed by Loki. And here it is said, in other words, this is a training ground of these giants, where Naomi tells Chopper, let's go see the school, but Chopper is interested in books. So here Chopper says, I am interested in seeing the books, brother. How big books will be here. And Brooke is also like, brother, I am going to school, Sanji is saying, wherever Naomi goes, he will go there, brother. He will have to do something. And Franky says, I am interested in seeing the trees here, like how big trees are here, in which he says, really, brother? There are a lot of massive trees here, so here are some kids who are playing Luffy. Usopp and Zoro are running ahead, and the giants are saying that they will catch these kids and lock them in their jail. Luffy is not paying attention, brother. He is interested in Elbaf. He does not know that the kids are running behind him. Zoro is also like, what are you talking about? Should I cut them? Usopp says, are you crazy? Are you a naughty kid? Will you keep hitting everyone? And One Piece fans, a very serious question from you. I made a video of One Piece chapter spoilers, which turned out to be 4.5 minutes. I opened YouTube after a while and see the video of some other creator, which is more than 8 minutes in the cover. That creator also has One Piece chapter spoilers, and I am shocked. Like, brother, there are 5 points on which I am able to make a video of 4 minutes with difficulty, and the other creator is directly above 8 minutes. I am like, have I read the wrong spoilers, brother? And when I saw the creator's video, so brother, those points are telling 5, but there's a lot of unnecessary conversation. So I am not creating any controversy here, but I just want to explain to you the thing you can cover in a 4-minute video for that. You people who watch One Piece fans video, why are you investing 10 minutes? Like, look at it in 4 minutes and finish. Do you enjoy listening to things again and again? Tell me, brother. I will also make the same video. Save your time now, this thing is in your hands. What do you have to decide? But if you want such videos, brother, tell me I will make it right now. Then I will make it for 15 minutes and tell me more anyway. And here those kids who are playing inside Elbaf school, those people come, and those naughty kids who are troubling Luffy, etc. They come and tell them, brother, don't bother them like this, and those kids, in a few punches, those big naughty kids spread them. Luffy says, man, this is not too weak, and Zoro is also like, brother, these kids, all of them are from this village. Elbaf, they don't look like animals. So those kids who are saving Luffy, etc. They say, hey Zoro, listen, don't call us brats, brother. So here Usopp says, it doesn't matter to us if you'll also call us small humans, because Usopp is saying here, because one day you guys also have to go into the sea and have to fight a lot of old goons. So those giant kids say, brother, why will we fight? Are we crazy? So here Usopp says, the army of Elbaf, you are not a member of his reserve, etc. So those giant kids say, we don't do the work of going to the sea. Brother, like that is not even in the trend. Kids are also following the trend here, Zoro says. Okay, this is what I felt about the big kids. This is not the trend. You are right. So here Usopp says, what are you trying to tell me, adult? Anyway, these kids say here, get out of here quickly, because the thing on which you are standing, you are going to be abused, because so far the thing on which Luffy, Zoro, and Usopp are running, that Ripley is a giant's body, which is a woman, brother, one more character, and this is their biology teacher. So here Zoro jumps down, but Luffy and Usopp lie down, and brother Usopp says, sorry, man, we didn't know that this is a giant's body. So here Ripley says, oh, no problem, and this is the same Ripley who was given food in the hands of the giant kid when Elbaf started this, is what Ripley was talking about. So here Ripley says, no problem, you guys don't have weight, etc. And here Ripley says, you guys are going to be completely shocked hearing this, that there's been no fight here for 100 years, that is, the warriors of Elbaf, they have not been wild for a long time. Slander, violence, plunder, war, brother. Their era is no longer, and Luffy says, what? And here Ripley says to them, you are the Straw Hat Pirate, and here Age Bhakti is also coming, good Luffy. And you are here, we were not meeting, and here Age Luffy comes, and says, if these kids who have gone to school here are bothering you, then brother, sorry for my side. And those kids say this is a very bad thing. Teacher, you shouldn't say that, do we look like brats to you? And here Ripley tells us something about King Harold. He says, King Harold used to say trade with other nations, not fights. And this thing is to teach those people who have become the culture of Elbaf, follow them. And here he shouts at that time, King Harold. And here H also tells him the king who tried to change his country, his own son, killed that man while he fulfilled half his dream, although his son has still come, that is. Luffy does not consider him a good man, but still. Right now there is no king on Elbaf. So here Ripley says history class is over. Get out, and here Aang says you will guide them to school, so kids say okay. But here Ripley says to Luffy, your white form, I want to see that. So here Luffy says my freedom form. So here Ripley tells him, according to our Elbaf myths, there was a warrior who had the same form as yours. And here Ripley says that he is from the last generation of giants, and he is very excited to see him. And here the scene comes towards Saul, who is taking Robin to the library, and he says, when I was about to die, then I entered Elbaf. And Saul was very upset because the books that the scholars of O'Hara wrote, if he couldn't save them, then whatever happened in O'Hara, whatever the scholars gave their lives, it will all go to waste, like he wanted to save the books. So he told Hadrudden, and the same scene. And there Saul says that literally he started crying when he saw that the books were saved. And here Saul says, Robin, I am taking you to the library, so be careful. And he is saying this because Robin has a small book in his hand which becomes so big after a second. So here Saul says, okay, you are very surprised, but whatever book comes in this library, it becomes giantified, which means whatever book is brought here will become big. And this is called the Mysterious Owl Library. Here, all the literature which was trying to destroy 22 years ago, but they were saved in here. Saul says he didn't leave a single book, he saved all the books, and he brought everything here. And here Robin gets a flashback of Dr. Clover, who was telling him that this is the best library in the world. And Dr. Clover was telling Robin that you like books a lot. And here again the emotional scene Saul was thinking since when I was waiting for this day to show you all these books. And this is a very beautiful cover page where Robin literally starts crying. Scene comes towards the underworld where someone is talking to Loki, and this is the same Musa about whom there was a discussion in the spoilers. And here Musa says to Loki, are you bored? I am calling you. And here they are talking to the snow transponder, and Loki says, I have all the time in my hand, you can talk to me whenever you want. And here Loki says, do you still feel traumatized? And here Musa says, yes. Whenever I remember that scene I get goosebumps. And here Loki says, I am also very frustrated, but I have never met you and I have never seen you, but still we became friends. And here Loki says, if I was in your place, all the people that would have died. And here the character, who is talking to Loki, says, I never thought so far away. And here Loki says, if you let that person go who is troubling you, he will definitely take revenge on you. And here Loki says, do it already. And here Musa says, thank you very much. And here Musa says, I saw the kindness behind your violent words, like you are taking care of me. And here Loki says, don't talk about kindness. And here Loki says, don't shout. And here Musa says, Loki, you are talking too fast. And here Loki says, just let me go once, I will tell you from here. And now we are going to come to the most iconic scene, which we One Piece fans have been waiting for a long time. The scene comes in the western village of Elbaf, where the straw hats are, and here Dory and Bro are talking that they have not started eating, yet they are just drinking, and they have drunk so much. And here in the castle of Elbaf, there is a very strong black light. And here we see Dory and Bro are drinking, and in One Piece, one of the most iconic panels, where the Holy Knights are present. And this representation, I can say, like there's a group in every anime and manga, like there was Akatsuki in Naruto, so this Holy Knight is going to be crazy, and this idea of hiding in jackets, I really liked it. And their vests, he becomes round, but here the star is of a different type like Saturn. But here two people are present. One is like Shanks, which we can also call the devil clone of Shanks. And the other is a female Holy Knight, about which there is a lot of talk. But we will do the speculation about it a little late. But the way this scene was entered, I found it 10 on 10. What did you think? Do tell us by commenting. And next week, the leakers are saying there is no break. This means there will be no break. This chapter was up to here. And whatever you are thinking that this theory is not being discussed, and Dragon said that when the Holy Knights will come to fight, we'll start for that a separate video will come, because there are a lot of theories on Shanks, whatever it will be. I will show it all to you. So if you also want to see which theories are going to happen, then go and subscribe to the channel. And this video was up to here. I hope you liked this video. Like the video if you liked it. See you in the next video. Bye bye.